Chair recognizes Mr. Evans from Colorado.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, for allowing me to wave onto this committee. And of course, thank you to the witnesses for taking the time to come and have this conversation. So, Denver Mayor Johnston. I'm a Colorado native, grew up in and around the Denver metro area, also Latino, grandson of an immigrant from Mexico, and I also served for 12 years in the U.S. Army, Colorado Army National Guard, and in the Denver metro area for another 10 years as a police officer. And unfortunately, as a Denver metro area police officer, I've seen firsthand how public safety in Colorado and in Denver is plummeting. When I started my law enforcement career, Colorado was ranked 31st in the nation for our crime rate. We were ranked 3rd in the nation last year. Denver, 6 years ago in 2019, they didn't even make the top 50 most dangerous dangerous cities in the country list. This year in 2024-2025, U.S. News and World Report ranks Denver as the 10th most dangerous city in the country. Denver has twice the homicide rate as San Francisco. We've lost more than 7,000 Coloradans to illegal drug overdose deaths since 2020, with a significant percentage of that coming from illegal drugs like fentanyl. And we know from criminal intelligence that in the Denver, Colorado area, almost all of that fentanyl is being trafficked by illegal transnational criminal organizations, the Jalisco cartel and the Sinaloa cartel. We've seen a massive increase, this is just a recent headline, we've seen an increase in TUSI, which is the drug of choice of Tren de Aragua in the Denver metro area, and we've seen headlines that show that overdose deaths in the Denver metro area remain stubbornly flat despite falling in pretty much everywhere around the country. In terms of violent crimes, Denver's had over 6,400 violent crimes, so that's including things like 689 sexual assaults, over 1,200 robberies, over 4,400 aggravated assaults, and again, depending on which database you look at, anywhere from 65 to 71 homicides. Again, double the homicide rate of San Francisco. So the first question to you is, for those homicides, do you know how many of those were committed by people illegally present in the country?
Thank you, Congressman, and happy to answer that because I think you may have some bad facts. I'm happy to clarify them for you. In terms of what's happening in Denver right now, as we know, crime is down in Denver from last year to this year.
Reclaiming my time, Meyer. Do you know?
Why do you want to answer the question you phrased?
Reclaiming my time. Do you know how many of those 65 to 71 homicides were committed by people illegally present in the country? And I'm happy to show all of the sources for my facts.
We don't ask anyone's status at point of arrest. We do not know someone's status and when they're charged.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer, Mr. Mayor. And I'm glad you've brought that up because, as you can see displayed here, we actually have a training bulletin to the Denver Police Department dated January of this year, which pretty much says what you just said, which is that Denver Police Department is prohibited from asking for any information about the national origin, immigration, or citizenship status of any individual, and that's a problem because of the second item that we're going to display here, which is the standard FBI fingerprint card, something that I filled out for over a decade when I was a police officer, which has those items as mandatory fields, location of birth and then the citizenship. And so I've heard, being a cop in the Denver metro area, that police officers in Denver are being told not to fill out those mandatory fields in the FBI fingerprint card, which could potentially indicate why you're unsure of how many of these crimes are being committed by illegal immigrants in your city. So the second question is, will you allow Denver police officers to fill out all of the information on an FBI fingerprint card, to including asking for and recording the citizenship status?
Thank you, Congressman. Right now, under city ordinance, we do not ask someone's status at point of contact, and that does not prejudice in any way our prosecution. We believe it doesn't matter where someone's from,
thank you, Mr.
what
Mayor.
crime they've committed.
So you're not
so
you're not filling out the FBI fingerprint card as required?
Right now, we are filling out information when folks arrive, and none of that information prevents us from prosecuting them to the full extent of the law, which is what we do.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So not filling out the FBI fingerprint card, which would directly contradict your statement that you want people who are illegally present in the country and committing crimes to be held to account for those crimes. And I think that the statistics that we've gone through in the space of crime show why Denver is specifically cratering in their public safety statistics as compared to major cities around the country.
That's just actually false.
I can show you my statistics. And as a police officer, I am here to make sure that we are uplifting the voices of the victims of these crimes who are being taken advantage of in communities that provide sanctuary to dangerous illegal criminal gangs like Tren de Aragua, which your jail released just last week. We talked about somebody back into the community. We must take care of our victims. I brought legislation, the Uplift Act, to focus on this. We're here to protect the victims, and Mayor, I would ask you to join me in that.
We've already done that, and
Yield
we'll
back.
keep doing that. Thank you. I'm happy.